Hi everyone, welcome to Alma Pilates and Yoga. Today's Pilates class is going to be primarily Pilates leg exercises. So a lot of it is the fundamental leg exercises that you'll see throughout like a beginner / multi-level Pilates mat class. So with that being said, you don't need any pieces of equipment. You just need your mat and then a little bit of space to either side of you. But aside from that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and let me know in the comment section down below how you felt after having taken the class. Okay, so we're gonna start on the floor on our mat. Just sit on your hips, knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Now from here, we're just gonna roll on down, try to rest our back into the mat, separate your feet a little bit, and then hands down by your sides. Now you can kind of close your eyes here a little and let's check in with different parts of our body before we get right into it. It's a lot of leg work, so we do have to prepare for it a bit. So from here, let's just move the knees from side to side, seeing what our hips might feel like, if there's any tightness in the low back. And as you're moving your legs from side to side, maybe start to breathe in a little bit more, bigger inhales, bigger exhales, that sort of thing. Starting to press your arms into the mat. Just a nice, simple, relaxed movement. Now keep your legs in center, keep them still, and now move the head from right to left. Just seeing if there's any tightness in the neck. And if there is, don't worry too much about it. It's always important to notice these things, these sensations in the body. I've been dealing with a tension headache today, so this actually feels so good, massaging the back of the head. Whew. All right. So now from here, face center, feet together all the way. You're going to reach the right leg up to the ceiling, grab the back of the right leg, walk your hand up to the ankle if you can, lifting the chest and pulling the right leg closer to the chest. Hold it here. You're going to flex the foot, you're going to point the foot, flex the foot, point the foot. Try not to bend the knee. Pull it a little closer to you. Good. And bend the knee, bring it in. Besides exercises for the obliques, exercises for the legs is probably my third most requested class. The first one would be abs, would be anything having to do with core work, which kind of goes into the obliques too, so I tend to lump the two together. But yeah, legs, glutes, all the favorites. You know what people don't ask me for a ton is back exercises. Good. And then bend the knees, bring it back in. Ooh. But in working the legs today, I think you'll feel a good amount of work for the entire backside of the body, not just the legs. However, these are primarily leg exercises. All right, so hands down by your sides, feet hip width distance apart, flat. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, lift the hips up towards the ceiling. Inhale up at the top, and then exhale, lower the spine. Inhale, exhale, tuck and lift. Inhale, exhale, lower the spine back down. Good. And now when we're doing this movement, let's try rolling the spine down. So all that means is that whenever you come down with the spine, it's almost like you're trying to press different parts of the back of your shirt into the mat. For example, press the upper part of your shirt into the mat, the middle back side of your shirt into the mat, the lower back side of your shirt into the mat, and then allow your hips and your waistband to just kind of relax down. So it's a rolling or segmented way of lifting and lowering the spine up and down. Spinal articulation is what we call it. Let's go for 3, 2, and last one. Lift the hips up. Good, good, good. Hold it up at the top. Now, while we hold here, we want to think about kind of where the smile line of the booty cheeks are, where the hamstrings and the glutes connect. That little smile line is what's really pushing the hips up versus just focusing on the low back side of your shirt, okay? So instead of thinking of a big arch, let's think about, okay, can my hamstrings press my hips up a little bit higher? Now, once we're here, we're going to take a big inhale, exhale, lower the spine down, and keeping that in mind, let's bring our feet together. When you're ready, lift the hips again, hold it here, pause. We're gonna bring the right leg up to tabletop and then up to the ceiling. Now tabletop is option 1, ceiling is option 2. From here, we're just gonna lower the hips down an inch, up an inch, down an inch, up an inch. Good. And as we do this, I want you to notice, can I lift my hips up higher? Can my hips be even? Because I know sometimes when I watch people do this, their right hip tends to drop down or do weird things. So make sure both hips are evenly lifting up an inch, down an inch. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place the foot down. Bring the left leg to tabletop, reach it up to the ceiling. Good. And now from here, lower it down at an angle, bend the knee, and stretch it out. Good. You can go ahead and grab the left leg if you have the flexibility for it, just to kind of let your body know, okay, this is to the angle that I want to stretch my leg up to. We got it. Nothing to it. Let's go for 3, 2, 1. And bend the knee, rest the foot down, readjust the hips, lift them up again, and then slowly lower the spine back down and relax. All right. Stretch your legs out long, reach the arms up, exhale, arms down, chest lift, slowly roll on up to a seated position. Good. Okay, so now let's place our hands back behind us, behind our hips. And what I recommend doing is putting your heels together, toes apart, Pilates V. Now my hands are going to be flat and my fingertips are going to be facing the sides. I know a lot of people teach this with the fingertips pointing back, but for whatever reason, my wrists really don't like that. So we're not going to do it. I'm not going to do it that way. You can though, if you want to. When you can, press and lift the hips up, hold it here. So reverse plank, which you should feel a little engagement through the back side of the glutes, back side of the legs. Hold it here. Big inhale, big exhale. The next variation I give you, if you feel like you're not ready for that just yet, I'll give you a modification, but otherwise this can always be option number 1. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay. So let's try the full version. If you feel like you need to modify, I'll show you then what to do. Okay. So tuck and lift the hips up, hold it up at the top. You're going to take your left leg, lift it up to the ceiling, and then lower it down. Take your right leg, lift it up to the ceiling, and lower it down. Keep on going if that feels good for you, feels manageable. Bend your left knee, keep your right leg straight if you need to modify, and lift the leg up and lower it down, bending the knee. Left leg is straight, lift it up, bend it down, place the foot on the floor, and repeat that on the other side. And continue to alternate from side to side. Keep it going. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then lower the hips down. Stretch your arms forward. And what I like to do is I like to try to grab the bottoms of my feet so that my wrists kind of open, or at least the top part doesn't crease. Hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly roll on up. Good. Okay, let's turn around, go onto our hands and knees. Now for this one, let's come down onto our forearms so we don't completely kill our wrists, and straighten your legs. Hold it here. Good. So just like the last time, we're going to hold our plank, our first initial plank, for 30 seconds. Lengthen your neck. What we're not going to do is we're not going to tuck the chin to the chest. We're looking at the floor. And we don't want the hips to be all the way up. I'd love for your hips to be down, just kind of in line with the shoulders is fine. Hold it here. Pushing the floor away from your chest. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest the knees down. All right, from here, I'm gonna come onto my hands because I actually like the feeling of that better than on my forearms. And then I'm gonna also make a fist with my hands so that it's my knuckles on the floor, not my palms. So when we're ready, straighten the legs, find your plank again. And similar to the last exercise, we're gonna lift one leg up and lower it down. Now this time, the leg doesn't have to lift up super high, just high enough for you to feel that your right glute, when you're lifting your right leg, is engaged. Same with your left. Good, keep it going. You can go at your own pace. Try not to hike the hips up when you're lifting the legs. We got it. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest the knees down, press the hips back. Arms are straight. Hold it here. Okay, team, if you're ready to take the rest of the class with me, don't forget to go to amapilatesyoga.com for the full-length class. And don't forget that we also have a free 3-day trial where you have access to the class library where this class is included, along with tons of other sorts of classes, Pilates, yoga, different themes, different lengths, and then of course you've got the option of the live classes as well. So with that being said, don't forget to check that out, and I hope to see you guys in my next one.